Welcome to Roundtable Mindset, the podcast where we seek to understand and share different perspectives in order to grow and challenge our own. And we encourage you, our guest, to do the same.
Each week we will pick a topic to discuss, sharing our own unique thoughts and insights. There will be times when we won't agree, and let's be real, that's probably going to be most of the time, and that's okay. We feel it's important to understand that we can live in this polarized world and still respect one another and even be friends. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Round Table. As usual, this is Mahlon.
And this is Jamie.
Jamie, you sound a little different today.
Well, so about that. We promised we'd be back for another episode, and this is what we're doing this week. Mostly because my computer crashed. It's gone. No longer accepting podcasting. I don't know
no longer accepting anything, actually.
I don't know if my computer was offended by the last episode. I don't know, but it was just like, no more.
So we promised we would be back, and the computer's like, no more. I'm done.
Yes. So after lots of shopping for hardware, because I haven't done that in a long time. I don't know. Like, I don't shop for computers typically. This isn't a thing. I usually have to say, tell me what to buy, because I don't know. But I got to order one. It just isn't here yet. So we're doing it this way. We have this great technology that lets me call in to our podcast, which is cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I'm glad. I was just going to take a little segue there. I was glad that we were able to upgrade our sound equipment, so it allowed us the ability for us to get you on the episode today through our phone. I'm also very excited and a little bit of jealousy here about your new laptop you're getting, because I've seen the specs. I know what you're going from and what you're going to, and I'm excited for you. I think you're going to really like it. At the same time, I'm a little jealous because I am a technology nerd and I love like unwrapping it, setting it up, going through the whole install, the updates, all of it just makes me super happy.
Okay, well, I just checked the updated shipping information. It'll be here Friday. So if you want to come on down, you can set it up. Just let me peel all the stickers, the ASMR stuff. That's my jam. But the rest of it, you're welcome to, because it's not my thing. But I'm wondering now that you say that, I wonder if the new equipment is what like overloaded it. Like, nope, we can't do this anymore.
Well, and again, I live in the technology space. I've worked there for over 20 years, or just about 20 years, and I could say you normally get about 3 to 5 years out of a laptop. So I'm sure it's probably, if your laptop was approaching that many years old, plus all the things that we were throwing at it, I'm sure it probably was just like, nope. I just find it awfully funny that from the last episode we ended with, and we will be back, and then immediately afterwards your laptop was like kabooey. So irony.
Something in the universe said smite thee. And ironically, I do think it was like 5 years and 1 week old, my laptop. So maybe that's probably what happened.
So, you might sound a little bit different, and for that we apologize, but so glad that you're still able to join us. But because of that, we are going to do a very abridged version of our normal episode this week. So, I think we're still planning on doing food for thought, aren't we, Jamie? Wasn't that something we decided we were going to continue?
Yes, I think we got a really cool question that was sent to us anonymously on our phone number. You should share our phone number because we can't get through an episode without it.
That's right. So the phone number that you could call if you have a question or want us to talk about something on the podcast is 402-819-8999. And so today's question for Food for Thought is, what is the one thing you couldn't live without? And you can't say computer.
Well, clearly we could still do this. It would not be the quality, but we could still do this without a computer. But are we talking like Like, am I supposed to not talk about the people that I couldn't live without? Is it a thing? Is that, are we
I
going to hone in on stuff?
I think this question should be whatever you want it to be. So if it's people, if it's a person, if it's a thing, a place, I'm gonna leave that open to you.
Okay. Well, because, you've got the typical things. Like, I would have a really hard time not being able to interact with my kids and my family and stuff like that. I think that's a given. So I'll go with something more interesting. I think, what would I not be able to live without? I think it's probably books. I mean, I'm going to ignore the phone and technology and stuff like that too. I'm going to say books. And I can't believe, maybe podcasts too, though, because I learned so much from those two different things. Like, I learned a ton from podcasts just about social issues and other people's experiences. That's a huge outlet for me in learning and just growing as a person. But books do that for me too. So I don't know. What's the one thing? I can't say one thing. I have to have two.
That's fair. And now mine's gonna sound way more shallow than yours, so maybe I should have gone first. I am gonna go the route of technology. I mean, obviously, with my wife and my kids, to me that's like a given. So if I kind of peel that away, the way I was looking at that question, I would have to say my phone. And I know that sounds so like shallow and superficial, but I don't think I care because I do so much with my phone. Our podcast is able to go forward even on this episode because we have technology with our phone. To your point, podcast, articles, entertainment all get streamed to me through my phone. There's also a layer of protection to my family that I get on my phone. I can track my kids as they're traveling to work, or check how fast they're driving, make sure they're in the spots they say they're supposed to be and they say they are. So for me, I think technology has advanced so much. It could also be a hindrance. I'm fully aware. But if I had to just take this question the way it is and asked one thing I couldn't live without, I honestly don't think I could go without my phone. I don't think that's even a possibility for me anymore because I've integrated my entire life through it and use it for so many different things.
I just signed up for unlimited car washes, and if I didn't have my phone, yeah, maybe the phone would have to be.
I'm telling you,
maybe the phone would have to be it because it is everything, isn't it?
Well, I don't pay for XM radio, but I connect my phone to my car, and suddenly I have any song I want through my apps on my phone. So, yeah, I mean, I wish I could dig a little deeper on this one, but that's the first thing that popped into my mind. I was like, man, my phone is really an extension of I don't even want to say like it's an extra hand or foot or something. Like, it is just almost an extension of my conscious at this point, which as I'm talking, I can hear the problematic that's a big problem. I understand that, but at the same time, just to be truthful and transparent, I'm like, yeah, I could not go without my phone.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I was just thinking the other day, in my work, I do a lot of traveling. I used to do a lot of traveling. I don't do as much now, but when I first started, like I do home visits, right? So when I first started doing home visits, like 15 years ago, I had to get on the computer and do the whole like MapQuest thing, right? Where I had to print out the instructions to know where I was going. And I don't remember what I saw on Facebook the other day that made me think of that. And I was like, oh, does MapQuest even exist anymore? Because it's all on my phone. It really, like, you don't even have to worry about getting lost because you have your phone, right? So no, I can appreciate that. And there's no judgment for that. And quite frankly, you can read books on your phone and listen to podcasts too. So maybe it is the phone for me.
There might not be any judgment, but boy, was this set up for me to sound like the shallow person the shallowest person in the room. Jamie's talking about life in the meaning and all the wonderful things. And what's Mahlon? Give me my phone. I want my phone.
So in our after call, we're gonna be strategizing for our next food for thought to make sure we both know what we're gonna say. So Mahlon can decide who has to go first.
Oh, I don't think it would have mattered. It probably would have still sounded shallow with this one. But no, I love these types of questions, and we found, we have people calling in now and giving us these ideas. And I will say from the last few episodes, it is kind of nice to just talk about something that I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it's just kind of fun to kind of walk through. And, there's no heaviness around which way of the aisle we fall when we're talking about something like this. And so I kind of appreciate these types of questions because it allows us, I think, to maybe exhale a little bit and let some of that pressure out. So just wanted to put that out there. These types of questions I really like because it just lets us be us, and there's just no consequence to, our opinions when we're talking about something like this, except for the fact that I find myself to be more shallow, but that's my own problem.
You say shallow, I say honest, but I'm a strength-based person, so I'm always going to find the strength in that. And that's, honesty's good.
Notice, everyone, she didn't say, no, you're not being shallow. You're being honest. Thanks, Jamie.
Well, you called it shallow, to be fair. I was not there, but...
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I didn't push him off the cliff. I watch him walk off it, but that's totally different. Totally different.
After Coke's... Why? Where did that even come from? I don't even know. This did not happen. It was a joke.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, this is probably going to be close towards the end of the episode. So again, everyone listening, I know it's not a regular episode. We apologize for that. We were not expecting Jamie's laptop to give up life, but it did. I think it's going to be a blessing in disguise though, because now both of us are going to have pretty updated. Well, you will have the newest laptop and I'll have a recently updated one. Yeah, so I think, we have new sound equipment, we have new microphones, we have new laptops. I think we're pretty much set, ready to go. I don't see I'm knocking on wood, I don't see anything coming up that might trip us up.
I was going to say, let's not invite more smiting, but if that doesn't tell you guys that we're pretty serious about this, I don't know what does. So although this is probably going to be the shortest episode in the history of Roundtable Mindset, after the initial promo episode that really isn't an episode, we'll be back. We promise. This isn't fake.
Well, and we had a laugh because when we were getting ready to record our regular episode, again, the computer gave up life, and we were laughing so hard because we're like, of course we ended the last episode, which was probably one of the more spicy episodes we've done to date, Jamie. And we even said that, I think you even said that exact same phrase at the end of the episode as, we'll be back, don't worry. And then we're sitting here going, we can't not release something so people aren't just like, oh, right, they're not going to be back.
Now, if something happens to the UPS truck and it breaks down in the Sahara Desert or something, I don't know what to say. But I don't even know what to do with that. So I probably shouldn't say we promise we'll be back next week, but that's the plan.
That's our intention.
Assuming everything goes as it's supposed to go. So.
Okay. Well, again, thank you for everyone that's tuning in and noticed this was an extremely short episode. Just wanted to connect. Jamie, it was fun talking with you, even for just a few minutes. And we will be back, hopefully. That's our plan for next week.
Yes, without a phone.
I'm not giving it up. My phone will be with me. In fact, I probably will have it in its holster around my waist. So, kidding. That was a joke. You
still use a holster?
No, I was going to say that's totally a joke. That's not happen.
I was going to say, the last guy I saw with a holster was like my grandpa's age. I'm just saying.
And there's the salt with the injury. I love it. Now we can conclude the episode.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, everyone. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye. This podcast was recorded and edited by Jamie and Mahlon. Music by Famous Cats. If you have a topic you'd like us to discuss, please email us at roundtablemindset@gmail.com. Text or call us at 402-819-8999 or join the conversation on Facebook at Roundtable Mindset Podcast.
And never miss a new episode by making sure you like, subscribe, and share wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks for being our guest today. See you next time at the Roundtable. And remember, your opinions and perspectives matter and are appreciated, but might not always be shared by others, and that's okay.